My name is Melissa Bond, and I am the president of ExxonMobil Angola and the president of ACEPA, the Association of Oil and Gas Producers of Angola. Thank you for inviting me to attend this important conference. It is an honor for me to speak today about the important and fitting topic of energy security and sustainable development. Energy use and economic development are inseparable. Where there is energy poverty, there is poverty. And where energy availability rises, living standards rise as well. Access to affordable and reliable energy is at the core of every measure of human development and quality of life. In the case of Africa, given its growing population and need to improve standards of living, the oil and gas industry will continue to play an important role and be needed for decades to come. Providing energy to raise people out of poverty and providing significant contributions to government revenues, which can help facilitate important investment in sectors such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure. And as we work to address the growing global demand for energy while addressing the risk of climate change, one thing is certain: all energy types are needed to raise standards of living. Oil and natural gas, solar, wind, hydro, biofuels, and other energy sources. The recent ExxonMobil Global Outlook on energy provides a couple of projections to help put this into perspective. By 2050, we expect the global economy to double and the world's population to increase by 2 billion people. 65% of this population growth is in Africa and the Middle East. Global demand for energy is expected to rise by 15% by 2050, as developing nations add 5 times what is reduced by developed countries. And most importantly for our industry, more than 50% of the world's energy demand in 2050 will still be met by oil and gas. And so it's fair to say that Angola's oil and gas production and the rest of Africa's oil and gas production will continue to play an important role in meeting the world's energy demand for decades to come. Working together in partnership in recent years, the Ministry, ANPG, and ACEPA companies have implemented many new business opportunities and initiated new projects across various blocks through new policy initiatives and legislative instruments. From the Bavuka South discovery by ExxonMobil in Block 15 last year that will tie back to existing facilities and start up later this year, to the new gas consortium led by Azul Energy to develop non-associated gas in the lower Congo Basin, to Total Energies tying the stranded Begonia field in Block 1706 into Block 17, to Chevron's extension of Block 0 and development of marginal fields, to a new phase of exploration activity in the Namib Basin, where ExxonMobil is planning to drill the first well in this frontier basin next year. The ACEPA companies are continuing to find and develop important oil and gas resources in Angola. Ladies and gentlemen, looking ahead, sustaining and building on the existing collaboration between the government and ACEPA companies is critical for Angola to remain competitive and attract further investment into the country's energy sector. At ACEPA, we believe the Angola oil and gas industry will continue to play an important role in the government's vision to sustain economic growth and to finance the diversification of the country's economy. We are committed to continuing to invest in the industry while improving energy efficiency in our operations by focusing on production optimization, equipment reliability, flaring, and greenhouse gas emissions reduction, and sustainable community investment. In closing, I would like to thank the government of Angola for trusting in the ACEPA companies. We look forward to the opportunity to work together in developing the country's oil and gas resources for many years to come. Once again, I would like to congratulate the ministry and the organizers for holding this important conference. Thank you for your kind attention. Muito obrigada.